Sam Jackson, Steve Martin, Usher, Adam Corolla. All of these guys are making huge money teaching what they know. Serena Williams, she teaches how to play tennis. Duh, right? Adam Corolla, he teaches how to make a podcast. That's what they know. So if you know how to do something, the key is when you're teaching that, it'll come across authentic. And people are attracted to authenticity.
Yeah. Oh. Shake money. Shake money. Hey. Woo. I do not feel no pressure. I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure. I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure. I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure. Hey, look.
Awesome. This your boy John. Colder Ice. Let's talk about Colder Ice real quick. Here's the deal. My name is so common. You know, John Lawson. There's all kinds of John Lawsons. So when I first got started, I wanted to buy johnlawson.com. It was not available. There was, I don't know, like 3 million references to a John Lawson. And I just felt like I couldn't get to number one. So I had to start thinking, what could I buy? What could I do? Who could I, not even who could I be, but what URL could I purchase, you know? And there was an old story that came to me. And I'm going to give you the history and the background. The background is that early on in American history, let's talk like that. Early on in American history, there were two societies. There was let's call it the Popular Culture Society. And then there was the Black Culture Society. We lived under two different existence. And black people really couldn't, even ride the bus. They couldn't stay in the same hotel. They couldn't get in cabs. All of these things were segregated, right? So you had the black fountain and white fountain, things like that. But what people don't really realize in our American history is that when that actually took place, there was a burgeoning black business because everything that white had, black had to have a separate one, right? So the deal was, as soon as we integrated, there were black shop owners that would watch their former black customers walk straight past their store to go shop downtown at Macy's, where they never could shop before. And it ended up really totally degrading the black business community, right? And those black shop owners used to sit there and watch them go by and be like, I guess the white man's ice is colder. That's where Colder Ice came from. Because when I first started talking about e-commerce and business, I didn't think anybody was going to pay me any attention. Actually, my first book, I'm not even on the cover, right? Because I didn't want people to just look and say, what's this young, that's when I was younger, right? So we're talking about, what's this young brother going to teach me? I didn't want to get pigeonholed. So Colder Ice was me flipping that story. And that's how I became Colder Ice online. And that's what I ended up purchasing. A little bit later on, it was kind of cool because I had a whole lot of my followers when I had my big birthday, my 50th birthday. That was what they gave me as my gift. They did a collection and they purchased johnlawson.com and gave it to me. So anyway, that's how I got from there to here, right? So here's the deal. And really why it was important is because all I was doing was teaching what I knew. I had experience from selling stuff online, doing the eBay thing, doing the Amazon thing. And really, I had ended up leaving my job and I had no water cooler anymore. So I start turning on the camera and just, bam, started talking to the camera. And all of a sudden, I had an audience. And it didn't start off as a big audience, but over time, it grew. And I think more than anything, it's authenticity that people are attracted to. And you can't be authentic if you're trying to teach something that you don't know. That's why it's so important for you to simply teach what you know. You know right now, Sam Jackson, Steve Martin, Usher, Adam Corolla, all of these guys are making huge money teaching what they know. Serena Williams, she teaches how to play tennis. Duh, right? Adam Corolla, he teaches how to make a podcast. That's what they know. So if you know how to do something, the key is when you're teaching that, it'll come across authentic. And people are attracted to authenticity. Why are they attracted to that? Because too many people are fake. There are so many fake teachers out there that have no right selling you the information that they're teaching because they've never done any of it. And it comes across. It actually comes across. How does it come across? It comes across in the fact that, look, if you're trying to do what they're teaching you and then you don't get results, and they don't care because they're already moving on to the next subject. So anybody that's worth their weight in gold, I should be able to look at what they're doing and done in the past and see that they are qualified to teach what they know. You know, before I spend money with anybody, and I spend money with all kind of teachers. You know, I read a lot of books. You want to really be constantly educating yourself and never fear learning from somebody that will actually get you to the next level without you dealing with potholes, right? That's what education for me is all about. I will have people that are mentors. I will purchase courses. I will do masterminds. I spend thousands of dollars on my own education to edify myself. So I know that when I go forward and start teaching on camera or teaching on stage that, hey, I'm being 100% authentic because literally I'm doing what I know. So you want to make sure that you do that. So listen to this. Before you getting into teaching, do these three things. Claim a topic, solve a problem, and define an objective. That's three things you want to do. Claim the topic, solve the problem, define an objective. People have issues, right? You want to find out what their problem is. We're going to stick with the baking cookies. I don't know why we're sticking with the baking cookies because it just comes to me, right? Or how about bowling? Because I know absolutely nothing about bowling, right? But the one thing I really would love to know is how to release the ball so it goes straight. If you could just teach me that, I would be a better bowler. And I'm sure that good bowlers know how to do that. If you created a course, how to make the ball, actually, you know what? I don't even want the ball to go straight. I want the ball to go like that curvy shit where it almost looks like it's about to go in the gutter. Then it comes back and it's like strike. Teach me that shit. I'll pay you because every time I go bowling, I hate losing, right? So if you know how to do that, when you're teaching that, it comes through as being extremely authentic and I will see the results. Feel me? That's important, guys. All right, what else we talking about, right? So know what the goal is, right? It's essential that you know what it is, what the person really needs to know about the subject. Have they tried it before? All of these kind of things. You want to just sit back and you want to think, who am I talking to? Am I talking to a bowler that's already in a league and wants to put a new spin on it and take their game up another 10%? Or am I talking about somebody who's never bowled before and they need to know just how to get the damn shoe size right? Because I never get the shoe size right? You go in there and it's like, yeah, give me some shoes. They're always too big. I don't know what's up with that, but that's the way it goes, right? So you just really want to think about the little things before you get into it and teach what you know so that you'll come across 100% authentic and people will get results. If you don't know what you're talking about, a lot of times we end up addressing things that nobody really cares about. We'll start at 0 and everybody's already in grade 10. I don't need the kindergarten shit. And people, what you really don't want people to do is to skip around on your stuff. You want to put a correct basis in there so that they are moving forward, and each week they're getting value. So the first week, what did we talk about? Episode 1 talks about commerce and how important that is for your positioning. And then week 2, we talked about money and how important that is to not be your only motivator. This week, we're talking about what you know. And next week, we're going to talk about your enemy. There's a big enemy that's always following you around, and you want to kick that enemy in their ass. So don't miss next week when we really talk about that, because when it comes to 36 days to freedom, this is one you're going to want to address right up front. All right, so that's enough for right now. I know we're getting in. We're about to get deep. Talk to you soon. Peace.